We're on the road at the moment up to Ullapool to take the ferry over to Lewis, Stornoway, and we're just having a wee picnic spot, and this is one of my wee favourite places. This is Loch Alvie down here, and the reason I stopped here was because I wanted to tell you the story about Alvie Church. And like so many places in Scotland, there's mysteries and stories which have been forgotten through time, and the really interesting thing with Alvie Church is that in 1880 they were doing renovation work to the church, and the church originally had a stone floor, and they decided they would renovate it and they would put a wooden floor in to the church. So when they lifted the old stone floor, and you know, this church building here probably dates from, well, I think the date's actually on it, I don't know exactly, I think we're probably looking about sort of 1780s, late 18th century anyway. When they lifted the stone floor, they found that there was a mass grave underneath the stone floor where they found 150 bodies, but not just tumbled about. The 150 bodies were laid out along the floor, head to head. Now, it might have been a massive battle. 150 bodies, it could have been a plague. Nobody knows, and in 1880 they weren't very good at doing forensic work, so there was no actual identification or forensic work done on the bodies. Maybe nowadays, if they disinterred the bodies, they would be able to do some work and carbon date it, and we could figure out whether it was a battle, we could figure out the timeline. But it's one of those mysteries behind the church. And the interesting thing is over here, they dug all the bodies up and they reinterred them. I'm just going to show you the gravestone. So, I don't think it will show up in the camera, but it says, "Buried here are remains of 150 human bodies found in October 1880 beneath the floor of this church. When they lived, how they died, tradition notes not." And then there's a nice wee quotation underneath that says, "Their bones are dust, their good swords rust, their souls are with the saints we trust." So, Alvie Kirk, beautiful spot, lovely sunny day, very quiet. Once again, all to ourselves. I actually wouldn't encourage too many folk to come here because it's a private road, it's a very bumpy road, it's very hard to find. It's not signposted, which has fortunately protected it from becoming a mainstream tourist attraction. But the main thing of interest is really just the history, this mysterious history of why 150 people were buried underneath the floor. We'll never know.